Hi, and welcome to the Memorable Moment, presented by Memories and Moments Travel. I am Scott, one of the senior travel advisors here at Memories and Moments. Now, I just recently got back from a family vacation. It was a surprise trip for the kids with lots of moving parts, so the planning process took a while. All of that planning paid off because the trip was pretty much seamless, except for one thing. We ran into, let's call them a few hiccups with our air travel. No, none of the issues were things that were in our control, and no amount of planning would have prevented the frustrations that we faced. But it was a good reminder to me that sometimes getting to and from the vacation is the part of the trip that needs the most consideration. So I thought I would take a couple of moments just to remind you of some of the basic things you need to consider when you're booking air travel. There are a lot of different carriers out there, and they all offer different levels of service. So it's important for you to understand what it is you are booking when you pick a particular flight. Sometimes a lower price does not always mean a better value. We want you to make sure you really look into the details of what's included with your airfare. Sometimes with the cheaper budget airlines, you don't get anything included without paying an upcharge. That means having to pay an extra fee to talk to somebody on the phone if you have a problem to resolve, or if you want to select seats next to the rest of your party, or if you want to wait to the day of travel to decide how many bags you're going to take with you. Other airlines have started to offer what they call basic economy fares. Now, those don't offer the same sort of amenities that their regular economy fares have, like cancellation or changes that a standard fare or business or first class might include. Now, make sure you read into the details of the particular ticket you're booking before you hit pay. Now, next, make sure you give yourself enough time on your day of travel, not only to clear security at the airport, but also to get through whatever other line the airline might require you to stand in. On my most recent trip, even though I had checked in online and downloaded my boarding passes to keep on my phone to skip any of the lines at the airport, which, by the way, I highly recommend you do, I still had to wait in a 45-minute line just to drop my luggage off. Now, I know that there were people in that line that did not make their flights. So make sure you do a little research about the airport that you're departing from and what the estimated arrival times are. We typically like to say get to the airport 2 hours before your flight for domestic flights and 3 hours for international. But that can change depending on how busy your airport is and what time of year you're traveling and even the day and time of day of your departure. Quick search on the internet can usually turn up some useful information about your particular departure situation. And lastly, understand your rights as a traveler. Direct flights from anywhere are becoming more and more scarce, especially if you're not leaving from one of the big cities like New York, Atlanta, Dallas, or Chicago. My recent trip, I must have heard 6 different flights offer travelers money or food vouchers or hotel rooms to be bumped from their own flight to take a later flight because, well, the airline overbooked. Take a moment to check out the website transportation.gov/airconsumer to read through your rights as a traveler when it comes to flights being overbooked or being involuntarily bumped from your flight. That'll help you decide whether or not to take the offer when they decide to change your plans for you. Now, with just a little extra preparation and some forethought, you can make sure that your travel experience getting to and from your destination is just as stress free as your vacation itself. Well, that wraps it up for this edition of The Memorable Moment. When you're ready to start planning your next travel adventure, reach out to us here at Memories and Moments Travel. But until then, make sure you take a moment to make a memory. We'll see you next time.